Hello, my students. Welcome to our lesson today about comprehension skill, cause and effect. A cause tells why something happened. An effect is what happened. Words such as because and so are clues that can help you figure out a cause and its effect. Sometimes a clue word is not used. Let's watch this video together before reading and discussing the coming text.
Identifying cause and effect. Identifying cause and effect in texts is important as it helps us to understand the events that are happening. It helps us to understand what's happening and why it's happening. A cause happens first. It's why something happens. To find the cause, ask, why did this happen? An effect happens after the cause. It tells us what happened. Let's look at some cause and effect relationships. It rained. Carolina got wet. It raining is the cause because it must have occurred first and because it tells us why Carolina got wet. Carolina getting wet is the effect because it had to have happened after the cause and it tells us what happened. Here's another example. Phil stayed up late. Phil was tired in the morning. Let's start by looking for the cause, which happens first and tells why. That's right, Phil staying up late. Which happens after the cause and tells us what happened? That's right, Phil was tired in the morning. This is the effect. Cause and effect relationships occur every day. For example, if you study hard, you'll get better grades. Forget to use sunscreen on a hot day, you'll get sunburnt. Play in the mud, get muddy. An easy way to spot cause and effect relationships in books is to look out for signal words. Cause and effect signal words tell the reader that there might be cause and effect occurring. Here are some cause and effect signal words and phrases you might come across. Now, see if you can spot signal words in a text and then work out which is the cause and which is the effect. Wendy was feeling sick, so she stayed home from school. Can you see the signal word? That's right, so. Now let's work out which is the cause and which is the effect. Remember, a cause happens first, but not always first in the text. And it answers the question, why did this happen? The cause must be Wendy feeling sick. It had to have happened first, and it answers the question, why? Why did she stay home? We know Wendy staying home from school must be the effect, because it happened after the cause, and it tells us what happened. Wendy stayed home. Let's look at this sentence. Can you find a signal word or phrase? The swimming carnival was cancelled due to bad weather. The signal phrase is due to. What is the cause and what is the effect? See if you can work it out. How did you go? The cause is the bad weather because it was the event that happened first, and it tells us the why. The effect is the swimming carnival being cancelled because it happened after the cause, and it tells us what happened. Try some more on your own. In each sentence, identify the signal word or phrase, then decide which is the cause and which is the effect. The children were hungry because they hadn't eaten all day. Because signals cause and effect. This is the cause and this is the effect. Since the class worked so hard, the teacher suggested a game. The word since signals cause and effect. This is the cause, and this is the effect. Max said he'd cancel the race if the track was wet. The word if signals cause and effect. This is the cause, and this is the effect. Spotting cause and effect is easy. EasyTeaching.net.
One day in autumn, the Ant Queen made her declaration that it was time to start preparing for winter. So long lines of busy ants began to bring food to the nest. Other ants stored it away for the long, cold winter. One little ant, however, didn't hear her queen because she was daydreaming about spring. This little ant paid no attention as the other ants hurried by. When the first snowfall finally came, it snowed for days on end. Most of the ants had plenty to eat. However, the little ant couldn't find a scrap to eat because she had spent the full day dreaming. She begged the others to share. All fall while we gathered and stored food, you lazed around singing and daydreaming. Why should we share with you? Asked the queen. Finally, the other ants took pity on the little ant and shared their food. The little ant had learned her lesson. So the next autumn, the little ant was the first to start gathering and storing food for the winter. Now let's complete the chart. Number 1 is a cause. The queen told the ants that was coming. So what was coming? And what's the effect for this? And number 4 is an effect. The little ant had to eat when winter came. So what can we write to fill in this space? And what's the cause for this effect? Number 5. Underline clue words in the passage that helped you and identify cause and effect relationships. The answers are: Number 1. Cause. The queen told the ants that winter was coming. Number 2 is an effect. Ants brought food to the nest and stored the food for winter. Number 3 is another cause, and it could have different answers, like the little ant spent the full day dreaming. And number 4 is another effect. The little ant had nothing to eat when winter came. Number 5. Underline clue words in the passage that help you identify cause and effect relationships. And the clue words are underlined in the next slide. So the clue words are so, because, and so. Now we'll see another video to detect the cause and effect of what happened to Kate.
Cause and effect. When you read, look for what happens and why it happens. This is cause and effect. What happens is the effect. Why it happens is the cause. Kate is walking outside. Uh-oh. Sounds like, oh no, Kate is getting all wet. So in this story, what happened to Kate? She got wet. That is the effect. To find the cause, we ask, why? Why did Kate get all wet? Because it began to rain. That is the cause. It looks like cause and effect helped Kate learn something.
Next time, I'm going to remember my umbrella.
Hope you understood the lesson and ready to do the attached homework. Thanks for listening and have a nice day, dear students.